Attack on Colombian army by leftist rebels led the death of 5 soldiers and injured 10. The attack took place on Tuesday when a homemade explosive ripped apart a passing truck carrying the soldiers near the rural town of Tibo. US President Donald Trump arrived at the US Capitol building to pay a tribute to Southern Baptist minister just before the Reverend Billy Graham's casket arrived for a salute by the nation's political leaders. The pine casket carrying Graham will lie in honor in the rotunda. As per the French ambassador, the armed rebel groups in Syria had agreed to implement a ceasefire. However, Bashar Assad's government is still waging war against the rebel-held areas. Government forces, meanwhile, is trying to push their way into the area, setting off ground battles.
Armed groups in eastern Ghouta have committed to abide by Resolution 2401 and to implement the ceasefire as provided by the resolution. On the contrary, the Syrian regime didn't say a word about it, and moreover is continuing its siege and large-scale military operations with dramatic consequences on the civilian population of eastern Ghouta.
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School reopens after witnessing the largest school massacre in the city. A mass shooting held at the school on Valentine's Day in which 17 students and teachers were killed. The guilty in the case has been arrested and is in police custody. Russia has ordered a 5-hour daily humanitarian pause to allow civilians to exit the eastern Ghouta region of Syria. However, no humanitarian aid has been given and no civilians have left. Syrian residents have said that they lack trust in the truce. Russian President Vladimir Putin has commented that the militants are preventing the civilians to leave the area. Slovakia's culture minister Marek Maderek announced his resignation following the murder case of an investigative journalist and his girlfriend. Journalist Jan Kuciak and his girlfriend Martina Kosinarova were found dead at their home on Sunday. Iran's foreign minister Mohammad Javad Zarif was welcomed by Bulgarian counterpart Ekaterina Zahareva in Sofia. A meeting was held where they discussed the current situation in Yemen and Syria and the importance of fighting terrorism and extremism as a common global threat. Russian President Vladimir Putin presented state awards to the Russian athletes who won medals in the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, praising them for their performances despite not being allowed to compete under the national flag. Ceremony was held on the same day Russia's ban from the Olympic movement was lifted. UK Prime Minister Theresa May categorically rejected European Union's proposal to set up a common regulatory area between Brussels and Northern Ireland. Adding to her statement, Theresa addressed fellow UK lawmakers that no